Welcome to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance. I'm glad you're with us today. Our guest is Jeff Stark. He is president of the Claremont Unified School District. And I want to speak with you about schools in general. You're on the ground. How is it in light of the budget cuts we've seen over the last few years?
You know, it's been difficult. It's difficult for all school districts. Claremont's been fortunate in that we've had fairly high enrollment, and we've had our employee groups work together with the district. And so we're actually in an okay financial situation right now.
Or do you get your money from the state, or are you basic aid?
No, we get our money from the state.
Okay, so let's talk about getting money from the state, because as you know, there are two initiatives on the ballot this fall. Both deal with education at some level. Prop 30 is the governor's. That would increase sales tax by 1/4 cent, increase tax on the wealthy through a sliding scale for 7 years. And then Molly Munger's increases taxes on everyone. That's Prop 38. What do you make of these competing initiatives?
You know, it's interesting, Brad. Normally I'd have a huge opinion on one or the other, but right now I really don't. Our school districts throughout California are in a critical time frame, and so we need one of these initiatives to pass.
Are you concerned, though, because both of those initiatives deal with tax increases? Californians have not favored tax increases. As we've discussed, California didn't even pass a tax increase on cigarette smokers in June of 2012. So when you have two initiatives on the ballot dealing with tax increases, LA County has decided to put a tax initiative on the ballot to extend the transportation tax. I mean, a lot of taxes on the November ballot.
It is. It's scary. It's a little frightening because when you have competing initiatives, sometimes neither of them pass. But again, it's critical crunch time for schools in California.
Let me talk about your community, Claremont. I think it's fair to say that it is a moderate community, and if you look at its voting trends, my guess is it probably votes for winners quite often because it's a mix of different folks. I would argue that as Claremont goes, so goes Prop 30. How is Claremont feeling about the notion that it would be taxing itself further for the benefit, arguably, of schools, of realignment, which is a prison program?
I think the citizens of Claremont understand. I think they understand the importance of education, not only to Claremont, but for our whole country. We have to have a well-educated population to be productive and to push forward with a growing economy.
But here's the question. You are the president of the school board, and so are you actively speaking with your voters about this? Because look, they're going to turn to you, and if you say yes, I would presume there would be some sway in that because you're on the ground. You are looking at budgets day in and day out, and yes, maybe Claremont has done better than other school districts, but you have dealt with budgetary shortfalls over the last few years.
Absolutely. And so when people ask me personally, I explain how critical these initiatives are.
Has the school board taken an official position?
The school board, as of yet, has not.
Is that something you plan on doing?
It's likely that we will send a letter of support for the governor's
Well, what do you say to those folks that would say, look, I just can't tax myself anymore. You know, I'm being taxed left, right, and center, sales tax, city tax. You know, there's just too many taxes. I don't have kids in school. I'm done.
Because the alternative with not bringing enough monies into the school district is disastrous.
Why?
Because what you have is an undereducated population. And an undereducated population means a less productive population, which means that your social services, Social Security, Medicare, are programs that are unattainable unless you have a productive society.
Okay, his name is Jeff Stark. He is the president of the Claremont Unified School Board. My name is Brad Pomerance. I want to thank you so much for watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.